Breaking news, investigators just gave new details on a deadly shooting at a mosque in San Diego. The FBI special agent in charge saying that they have seized multiple weapons and electronic devices in connection to this case. He briefly spoke about the writings investigators found in the vehicle the suspects were using.
In the vehicle they used, we also identified writings and various ideologies outlining religious and racial beliefs of how the world they envisioned should look. These subjects did not discriminate on who they hated. And let me be very clear, to anyone that thinks that they can end the world through violence, they are sorely mistaken. The FBI, our law enforcement partners in our community are much stronger than you think, and we will always serve on the right of good.
I want to bring in CBS News correspondent Lana joining us live from San Diego. Lana, what are investigators saying about the case today?
Hi there, Elizabeth. We are learning that they have recovered 30 guns and a crossbow. In addition to electronic devices, they are currently executing search warrants on those devices as well as some other locations as they are trying to piece together what motivated these two individuals, though they did confirm to us that they have verified that these teenagers were radicalized online. They say that they found each other through the internet and that they had a shared vision for how this country should look and that they had a wide umbrella of hate, that they hated many different groups. When they spoke today, their update, though, was less about them and less about their motivations and more about the three individuals who gave their lives here at the Islamic Center of San Diego. In particular, that security guard and the actions that he took and how it saved the lives of 140 children who were inside the school here during the day when that shooting started. Elizabeth?
Yeah, it was remarkable to hear about his brave actions yesterday, Lana. And you actually got an exclusive interview with the imam at the Islamic Center of San Diego. What did he tell you?
Yeah, the network exclusive interview we had here at CBS News. He was very emotional, talking about how the people who died were beloved members of this community, that they gave of themselves in so many ways, ultimately really giving their lives. Have a little bit of a listen.
We hold them as our heroes. We hold them as people who sacrificed their lives to protect the entire community, to the entire school, and all the kids and the staff and the teachers who were inside.
And the detail about their heroic acts, not merely that they engaged these two gunmen, but that lockdown action from the very beginning, that ushered the kids into safety, that the two individuals later helped to move the shooters out. One was a community member who lived nearby the school, heard the shots. His wife was a teacher in the school. He came running. They ultimately all gave their lives, but 140 children today, their lives are credited by law enforcement, by the imam, to those three individuals who, as the imam told us, they are in mourning as a community and they ask for everyone's prayers, but they really are in belief that these individuals are heroes, Elizabeth.
Absolutely, that's how they will be remembered. Lana, thank you so much. And we will have more from our CBS News Network exclusive interview with the Islamic Center's director tonight on the CBS Evening News with Tony DeCopel. All right, I want to bring in CBS News crime and public safety producer Anna Schecter. Anna, we spoke yesterday after this event, 24 hours after the shooting. We're learning more about the alleged shooters and an estimated timeline. So where does the investigation stand now? What is law enforcement focusing on today?
Well, they're looking at writings that they found from these two teens, where you heard in the soundbite earlier, they did not discriminate as to who they hated. I have reviewed the writings that investigators are looking at, and it's just they were wallowing in this dark place of nihilism, hateful language towards Muslims, Jews, women, really the gamut. And it's just so sad that in this day and age, you have gore websites that teens go to, and they believe that these teens have been visiting these types of gore websites And so they're looking into that online history. There's also a video that our sources have reviewed. We have not at CBS News screened the video yet, but they live streamed this attack. Reminiscent, remember about 10 years ago in Christchurch, New Zealand, a white supremacist live streamed his attack on a mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand, and it was very deadly. So it's sadly a classic case of young people who fall into this world. They are radicalized online. So this part of the investigation is very much underway, and we are following where our sources are going. We're being a little bit careful about how we characterize it. One of the writings that we've reviewed looked like it might have been AI generated, so we're still reviewing that as the investigators are also reviewing these materials, Liz.
But to your point, Anna, about these gore websites, many of them have connections to mass shootings that have happened over the past few years. I'm curious, are these websites even legal to even exist? Why aren't they taken down if they found that there's a connection between the content on these sites and then these mass shootings?
You know, I asked an investigator this very question just 8 months ago, right after a mass shooting at a school, and the FBI had actually been flagged to that shooter's hateful rhetoric, and that shooter had also visited the same gore website that my sources are telling me that these two teens visited. And apparently, one, the FBI likes to be able to monitor it. They are very much aware. They are watching people on this platform, so that is one reason. And two, they feel it's a game of whack-a-mole. If they shut one down, another one will just pop up. And so while the FBI is very concerned about this burgeoning trend of young people being spurred to self-harm or to violence, they also want to keep eyes on it, and they feel that they can track this because they know where it is. This is a very interesting nuance in how our law enforcement and intelligence agents who track this are working, Liz.
Maybe they could use it to potentially thwart another horrible event that we saw yesterday. All right, Anna Schecter, thank you so much.